On Sunday, January 17th, 2010, we wait at Alawa Station to see 621 and 721 from the Patterson Rail Motor Society on the Australian Railway Historical Society's A Summer Day in the South Coast. We first have a look at some city rail trains. This one is heading to the South Coast. The first one that we saw earlier is heading to Bondi Junction, while the double-deck intercity train is also heading its way to the South Coast. Then we finally see 621 and 721 charging their way to the South Coast. We now move to Carlton, and 621 and 721 are now heading their way back to Sydney Central Station. While we await the rail cars, we take a look around Carlton Station. This Tangara we see is heading its way to Bondi Junction. While this Tangara is making its way to Hurstville to the south coast of the Illawarra. Another Tangara is seen here coming into Carlton Station to pick up passengers to head to Bondi Junction. A quadruple 82 class diesel train owned by Pacific National is seen coming through Carlton Station with an empty loaded coal train. At Sydney Central Station on Saturday, February 13th, 2010, the Lachlan Valley Railway's diesel loco 4204 is seen in power once again. The 4204 was purchased by the Lachlan Valley Railway in 1984 from the State Rail Authority of New South Wales. During its final years of regular service, the 42 class loco has been used on high wheeler goods trains running from Sydney through to Albury. The 42 class is now restored after a faulty traction motor, and today it is seen with former Commonwealth Railways engine GM10 and S137. The three diesel locos will make their way to Upper Hunter Town of Dungog. And so, we say kudos to the Lachlan Valley Railway to bring 4204 back to service in its traditional special maroon livery. The 4204's next trip will be with the 3801 Limited to haul the Cockatoo run. Also, we see the Lachlan Valley Railway's 4701 diesel in its candy livery. The livery was designed by Phil Belbin in 1982. On Valentine's Day 2010, the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum were heading to Gosford with their vintage diesels 4520 and 4490, along with the wonderfully preserved Southern Aurora carriages. The two diesel locos are seen coming back from Gosford. We await the two diesels heading to the front of the train to make their return journey to Thirlmere. The Southern Aurora was first formed in 1962. The train was running from Sydney to Melbourne on the new standard gauge through Albury. In 1969, the Southern Aurora was part of the Violet Town train crash, colliding with a freight train, resulting with 8 deaths. Motor rail was added to the train in 1973 for passengers to take cars. They could now be seen on the Indian Pacific. The train was withdrawn from railway service in 1986. The two Alco engines are now heading their way to the front of the train.